intervene and to allow the deployment of the National Guard troops in the Chicago area. More on that story coming up at 5:31. Apparently, women are leaving the workforce in near record numbers.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics says women, especially women, are leaving the workforce. The BLS says 455,000 women left the workforce between January and August of this year. That's the largest movement out since the COVID pandemic. Second largest in 1948. Michelle Reisdorf with the Robert Half tells the New Business Hour that the end of remote or hybrid schedules are forcing women to make some hard choices.
Which does majorly affect stability of work-life balance, and as you find, not all, many women are the caregivers of, home, ailing parents.
She adds the cost of child care is another major factor. Child care is expensive and difficult to find. Rob, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
5:21, time for healthy eating.
When managing gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, knowing which foods to avoid can make a big difference in how you feel after meals. I'm Dr. Tyler Cohn from Loyola Medicine with Healthy Eating. GERD occurs when stomach acid flows back into the esophagus, and certain foods can make that worse. Common triggers include spicy dishes, citrus fruits, tomatoes, chocolate, alcohol, and fried or fatty foods. These items can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, or they can increase acid production. This leads to heartburn and discomfort. Keeping a food diary can help you identify your personal triggers. Avoiding these foods doesn't mean sacrificing flavor, as there are plenty of GERD-friendly options to enjoy. For more information, go to loyolaMedicine.org/surgical services. I'm Dr. Tyler Cohn for News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Hi, I'm Jack Arnold from Arnold Electric.
And I'm Jack of all trades, but somehow still not an employee.
If you have a question about the electrical wiring in your home, the certified electricians at Arnold Electric are happy to help.
Don't you hate answering all those annoying questions?
Not really. Like what questions?
Shouldn't you turn the power off before you touch that? Have you ever done this before? What's that burning smell? Could you people just let me do my work?
If homeowners have questions, Jack, they should feel free to ask. And it's our job to answer them. We like to say at Arnold Electric, we're electricians by trade but teachers at heart. With a quick look around, we can tell you about your home's electrical system, figure out what's behind any problems you have, and show you how easy it is to make things better.
I have a question. Did you redo your jingle?
Yeah, here comes a new part.
It's 5:23, time for business from the PNC Bank Business Desk, official bank of the Bears. Here's Erica Herskowitz.
The Trump administration is about to backtrack on tariffs against the U.S. auto industry. After heavy pressure from Detroit, the Commerce Department is slated to announce a 5-year extension of an initiative that allowed U.S. automakers to reduce what they pay in tariffs on imported auto parts. Initial jobless claims appear to have declined last week to about 215,000 based on some state-level filings that Bloomberg News got to look at. And Ozempic's about to get a lot more affordable after President Trump said the price of Ozempic could come down to just $150 a month. Right now, the U.S. list price of Ozempic, which is made by Novo Nordisk, is about $1,000 for a month's supply. Trump's comments follow a deal the administration struck with Merck to cut prices for fertility treatments in exchange for a reprieve on looming pharmaceutical tariffs. Similar pacts have already been announced for Pfizer and AstraZeneca. Stocks closed higher on Wall Street today. The Dow added 238 points. The Nasdaq gained 117. The S&P rose 35. Business at 23 and 53. From the Bloomberg Newsroom, Erica Herskowitz, News Radio 105.9 WBBM. I've got a crash, so we've got some delays in the Skyway now. Your Friday traffic report coming up.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio. And the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonihan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have a leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A leaf filter trusted pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a leaf filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, leaf filter trusted pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30%.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty detail.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for every time. High-performance fabrics, and uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave fitting feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. Now, the full lineup is only at the one place pros rely on. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers, exclusively at the Home Depot. If you're pro, you know.
Straight Talk presents the math of more. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your families looking at dollars. And with the network covered by Verizon, it's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. $25 plan requires unlimited device and no other service. Additional terms apply.
Hey, how you doing? Lucky day one. Thank you.
federal shutdown of the government drags on. Plus, the governor of Alaska says the storm damage in his state is so extreme, 2,000 evacuees won't go home for at least 18 months in business.
Optimism about a trade deal with China leading to another day of gains on Wall Street. The Dow up 238, the Nasdaq ahead 117, the S&P up 35. I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg.
74 degrees, partly sunny skies at 5:31. The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to allow the deployment of the National Guard troops here in the Chicago area. WBBM's Haley Hansen brings us details.
Justice Department is asking the High Court to freeze a lower court order that blocks the Trump administration from deploying National Guard troops within Illinois. A U.S. appeals court this week upheld the decision as to the deployment of service members, but allowed the Guard to remain under federal service while legal proceedings continue. In requesting the emergency relief, President Trump's top Supreme Court lawyer said the order, quote, projects its own authority into the military chain of command. Haley Hansen, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Breaking news from New Radio 105.9 WBBM.
And this just in from the Associated Press. We're getting word that President Trump has reportedly commuted the sentence of former U.S. Representative George Santos in his federal fraud case. And he likely will be immediately released from prison. We're going to give you updates on the story as we know more. Stay with us. Now to the situation between Ukraine and Russia. Talks in Washington today to try to find a way to end the fighting.
President Trump met at the White House with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The president had shown openness to selling Ukraine long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles. But with Zelensky in the room, he was reluctant.
Would much rather have them not need Tomahawks. Would much rather have the war be over.
Vladimir Putin said the addition of Tomahawks would further strain the U.S.-Russian relationship. Zelensky says Russia is weak.
They have a lot of losses in the economy and people, and I think this is a very important moment.
President Trump was asked if Putin is just buying time.
I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well. So it's possible, yeah, a little time, it's all right.
But he feels Russia is ready to make a deal. Ed Donahue, Washington.
Now the government shutdown now headed toward its third week, and more agencies are running out of money that they need to continue operating.
CBS News has been told the Supreme Court expects to run out of money tomorrow, and if that happens, officials say the court will still do official business. Other federal courts are expected to run out of cash Monday. In a social media post, Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vogt says Army Corps of Engineers will pause more than $11 billion in what he calls low-priority projects that could be canceled. Those projects include work in 4 democratically run cities: New York, San Francisco, Boston, and Baltimore. Peter King, CBS News.
Meantime, some furloughed and government workers are picking up side jobs to make ends meet.
We gotta make a couple bucks wherever we can.
This federal employee in Massachusetts who wants to remain anonymous says he and some of his coworkers are delivering for DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Amazon to make money while they're furloughed.
I'd rather be working my usual job.
He says he's more fortunate than other government employees who still have to work without pay.
I have savings, obviously, but without any additional paychecks coming in, we gotta make it work somehow.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
At the same time, Illinois Governor Pritzker says the Trump tariff policies and the federal government shutdown are hurting Illinois farmers and making it harder for people to feed their families.
Governor Pritzker says it's abominable that President Trump has given Argentina a $20 billion bailout at a time when China has decided, because of Trump tariffs, to buy soybeans from Argentina instead of Illinois and other states.
We're talking about, I believe, more than $12 billion of sales from Illinois soybean farmers that normally would be sold to China.
The governor was in the Quad Cities and was asked what people who have food stamps, SNAP benefits will do come November 1st if the federal government is still shut down.
Because they want to punish people during a period where the administration is unwilling to sit down and negotiate or just follow through on promises. We may actually have people who are unable to feed themselves.
Pritzker says Illinois will try to help if possible by putting some money on people's SNAP cards, as well as supporting food pantries. Ernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
U.S. Chamber of Commerce suing the Trump administration for imposing a $100,000 annual fee for new HB1 visa applications, claiming the fee is unlawful and would significantly harm U.S. businesses. The lawsuit asks the court to declare the president exceeded the executive branch authority. H-1B visas are meant for high-skilled jobs that tech companies find hard to fill and are primarily associated with tech workers from India. But there are also critical workers, like teachers and doctors, who fall outside of that category. Coming up, low gas prices, traffic, and weather together next.
Carmina Burana is coming to Lyric Opera of Chicago this November 14th to 18th. Be moved by the power and beauty of this legendary work. Tickets at lyricopera.org.
From last-second game-winning field goals to 98-yard kickoff returns, football is exciting. But as the official bank of the Chicago Bears, PNC prefers to be steady and boring, like a solid ground game that eats up the clock. A strategy that scored a lot of financial wins over the last 160 years. And while our customers may not wear our name on the back of jerseys, Bears fans can get 20% off regularly priced merchandise with the Chicago Bears PNC Bank debit card. A pretty exciting option plan if you ask us. Find out more at pnc.com/bearscard. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Here we have the lemur emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Emu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Sounds like you're better with insurance company. Massachusetts.
Lake Michigan. Our beautiful beaches stretch for miles. And thanks to Adopt Beach Cleanup volunteers, more of these shorelines are healthier, safer, and beautiful. Alliance for the Great Lakes wants you to join this movement with thousands of others that get out each year and make a real difference. About 85% of beach litter is plastic, but with your help, we're cleaning it up. It's fun, easy, and means so much. Go to greatlakes.org/adopt and join us on the beach.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Sponsored by PackyWebFord.com. Right now, while supplies last, save over $15,000 on select new Ford F-150 models. Go to sales and to find yours, visit PackyWebFord.com. In Elgin, the Mobile on Summit near Liberty has gas for $2.89 a gallon. And Markham, the Shell on Pulaski and 159th has gas for $3.14 a gallon.